Good afternoon, I'm ErikaFlores. These are your top 3 stories on Facebook. It's official, a coalition of groups opposing Loop 202 have filed suit to stop the freeway expansion. It's supposed to protect you in case of a crash, but now more than a handful of people have died from it. Few people at this lake saw a 2-year-old girl screaming, then they went over to see what was happening. The man who saw it all had his cell phone mounted to his car window as he was driving through rush hour traffic, and that's how he captured it. Take a look at all of this damage. This is just a wall that was blown down by the force of the winds, and if you walk down the street with me, you can see plenty of trees that were knocked down, and these branches were just pushed to the side of the road. Allison, I've seen plenty of drivers here on the I-10 who, yes, they were aware of the advisory, but they decided to drive through this stretch anyway. Tom, Christy, I have a confession to make. This is actually the first Powerball ticket that I've bought ever, but I figured a $2 investment for over $500 million, well, that's worth it, right? Especially since this is the winning ticket. And coming up after the break, nearly 2,000 pets have been adopted thanks to a free pet adoption weekend. Details coming up. There's plenty of shopping opportunities, from costume jewelry to action figures. Don't forget your magic dragon. Or if that's not your style, you could get a lovely parasol. There's plenty of exhibits here. There's also food, something for everybody. Good morning, Arizona. We start off the day nice and cool with temperatures throughout the valley in the 70s. For Saturday, for the game against Notre Dame, by kickoff, we're looking at 84 degrees with sunny skies. We're going to stay clear and dry in Arizona because there's a ridge of high pressure that will be looming over us for at least a week. It is a scorcher, but take a look here. The experienced tailgaters, well, they came prepared.
These fans, well, they learned their lesson from past tailgating experiences. They brought misters this time.
It's the only way to tailgate in Arizona.
It's Arizona. That's all I need to say.
It was too hot last year.
It was way too hot.
So did you tailgate last year?
We tried. Didn't work out well.
These tailgaters don't have misters or fans, but they have the next best thing. Using paper plates to fan?
Yeah. Hey, when resources are low, you gotta use what you need.
And the tailgaters say they also brought plenty of water. I'm reporting in Glendale, ErikaFlores, CBS 5 News. I'm at one of the mobile home parks just outside of Kearney, and from here you can see just how active this fire is. You can see the flames burning rapidly through those salt cedar trees.
That salt cedar that just, it's almost explosive.
Residents like Douglas Flagg watch as firefighters work to keep these flames away from homes.
It's a little unnerving, you know, that it's moving your way and you just don't know if they're going to get a handle on it.
The worst was last night. You can see behind us where it has burned already and has used up the fuel, as they say, and it's reigniting on the far side.
The biggest concern as those trees reignite,
if the wind changes and starts coming back towards us.
There's always a possibility with the way the winds are acting right now. We're just waiting to see what happens with it.
Back in town, Jessie Reese and her family have the same concern.
For it to head back this way, but hopefully praying that it won't.
The Reese family already had to evacuate their home for a few hours when the fire got too close for comfort.
Before we knew it, there was flames coming out in different areas.
And they say they don't want to have to leave home again. Residents say they're hopeful this fire won't get any closer to their homes. I'm reporting in Kearney, ErikaFlores, 3TV. Heather Carlos Cruz denies abusing his 3-year-old daughter, who at the time of death weighed only 15 pounds. He says he would never hurt any of his children, and he said he decided to talk to us because he wanted to set the record straight. ¿Tú nunca la abusaste?
No, ¿cómo va a creer, señora? Si es mi sangre, si es mi hija, lo quiero más que a mi vida, a mis hijos.
Carlos Cruz repeatedly denied molesting or abusing his 3-year-old daughter.
Yo no soy culpable, pues que lo que me están investigando. De mi conciencia, estoy limpio yo. De mi conciencia, estoy limpio yo.
Although he does admit one thing. ¿Nunca le pegaste a tu hija?
Sí le pegaba, ¿para qué le voy a decir que no le pegabas? Pero no hasta matarlo, no. Un 2 nalgazo, un cinchazo, normal.
But he says the bruises and lacerations on her are from playing with her 6-year-old brother.
This is one of the worst cases of child abuse and neglect.
The 3-year-old reportedly weighed what a typical 5-month-old weighs.
Nomás pesaba 15 libras.
Por lo mismo que estaba, le digo, pues, Lo mismo que... Por lo mismo que la niña comía muy poquito.
No la llevaste al hospital.
Porque me toman a loco. Me toman a loco. Piensa que yo estoy loco cuando yo le hablo a la gente.
But Cruz admits it's also because he was afraid the Arizona Department of Child Safety would take her away again. DCS tells us in 2011, Alexandra was removed from home when she and her mother tested positive for amphetamines at her birth. DCS says there's also another investigation from June 2014 for another child, an infant, removed from the home for neglect.
And Cruz told me after that infant was removed in 2014, he actually told DCS that the remaining two, Alexandra and the 6-year-old boy, were living in Mexico with family, when he says in reality that wasn't true. DCS tells us that all indications were that they were in Mexico. I'm reporting live from the Lower Buckeye Jail, Erika Flores, 3TV. Guillermo Arrubla says the goal of Beat Street, Arizona is to channel any negative thoughts or feelings the teens may have into something positive, like dancing.
Arrubla says he started the nonprofit to keep teens away from a path he could have easily chosen.
Being raised in the cartels, it's, you know, it's a life where they glorify it because of the quick reward.
Arrubla says his family was involved with the Colombian cartels in the 80s. A cousin even competed with Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar.
He waged war, and that's kind of when a lot of the assassinations and the attempts on our family started, just started rolling in.
After a different cousin was killed at the age of 17, Arrubla says he decided he wanted to stay away from the family business. He was 12 at the time and started dancing and writing music.
To me, it was a means of escape. Self-expression.
Now a cop, Arrubla says he started mentoring teens.
Some of you guys have been through situations that even adults don't come back from.
He designed Beat Street, Arizona to continue the mentoring on a larger scale.
Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're no good. I had that to me. You'll never amount to anything, because you've already proven that you will.
Arrubla meets with a group of teens every Tuesday, each day focusing on different types of art, including dancing, DJing, rapping, and graphic design. Already it's helping teens like Isaac Ruiz.
I've had people who support me, but they're not as consistent as people here. And so I'm just grateful for that.
Arrubla is also launching an after-school program this year. For more information on how you can get involved, head to our website, azfamily.com. I'm Erika Flores, 3TV.